Hey everybody, Tim Crane here. Today I'm going to talk about a deal I did. Kind of going to blow you away a little bit, the price I got it for. I didn't make very much on it. I just quickly got in and out, took the first offer that I got on it, but I kind of surprised myself. After the fact, I should have held out for a little bit more, but sometimes you just get in and get out and you're happy with your profit and just you move on. And so here it is. I got a call from a lady. She didn't live in the state. She lived down in Florida. She said her dad had a piece of property up here. It was a little bitty cabin and like 5 acres of land. And I said, okay. And she said that she wanted to put it on the market and try to maybe get $19,000 for it. I said, okay. So I said, let me go look at it. So she didn't know the address, but we pulled up the tax card and I went out and looked at it. Well, when I pulled the tax card and looked at the actual map of the property, it said that it was only half an acre, 0.5 acres, and not 5 acres of land. And so she was like mistaken. And I told her, I said, well, listen, it's not 5 acres, it's only 0.5 acres, but I'm gonna go look at it anyway. So I went out there and looked at it, and it was just a metal building. There was no driveway to get up in it. I had to pull into the neighbor's driveway. There's no driveway cut over the ditch. The metal building had a metal roof. There was a little well house outside. The pump was gone. All the wiring, the wiring box in the property was missing. And so I kind of thought, it was just a little metal building, wood floor. It had some drywall and stuff, but it needed a little bit of work. And it was kind of out a little bit, but it was near the lake, kind of close. And so I told the lady that I thought the building was maybe a liability being on the property because it was so old. She told me, she's like, I haven't been there in like 10 years. It's been a long time. And so we just want to sell it. We just want to get rid of it. Dad died, and so we're going to just sell it. She said, give me whatever you can get me for it. And I said, well, I don't even know what to ask for it. And she said, well, just get some offers. I said, okay. I said, I've got a couple investor friends I'll send out there. And so I sent a couple investors out there. One guy went out there and looked at it, said he didn't even want to make an offer on it. The other guy said he'd give her $1,000 for it. And so she was like, well, hey, you know what? I'll take the $1,000. And I said, I tell you what, I'll give you $1,200 for it. She said, okay, I'll take $1,200 for it. And so I decided to buy the property for $1,200 from her. And I took it over to the attorney and I started the paperwork. In the meanwhile, I turned around and I put it back on the market for $6,900. Right? And I think the reason why I did that was because at the time, I didn't have very much money to play with. And so I was just kind of scraping by and I just needed to get the deal done and make some money, even if it was just $5,000 or whatever. And so I put it on the market, little 2-bedroom, 1-bath, needs work, no wiring, blah, 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 near the lake. $6,900, come get it. So some guy went out there and he made me a cash offer the first day for $5,000. I said, I'll take it. And went over to the attorney. The attorney did the work. We actually did a dual closing on that one. And I walked away from the table with $3,300 on that deal. And so that was a deal, one of the deals that I did. In and out, no money down, made a little bit. I probably could have held out for a little bit more. Now that I look back, I probably should have asked $12,000 for it or $9,900 or something like that and kind of held out for maybe $8 or $9 grand. But I was happy with what I did. I was happy with the way the deal turned out. And sometimes that's how you make a deal happen so quickly, is you just, take the profit and run. And so that's what I did. Anyway, you guys keep watching my videos. Thanks for watching.